That depends on what your style is. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, TheKyannaAlexandra, here to take the fashion review and how it go, baby. As you can tell by today's title, we're doing a little unready, get unready with me, and I'm gonna be answering some like fashion questions as I get like unready, because y'all want to know how I got started in fashion, where I'm at now, how I got here, what rules to follow, what rules not to follow, XYZ. But I also want something to do. So this is the outfit that I had on today. I take my little photos, they'll be up on the screen. But let's get started. All right, so the first question is, how can I incorporate trends into my wardrobe? So here's the thing, you have to figure out like what your style is, what your fashion sense is, you know, things of that nature. You have to figure out if that works for your aesthetic or not. Like for me, when like flowy dresses are in, or like, you know, a different kind of pattern or something like that, I know that's not my aesthetic, so I'm not going to buy things in that aesthetic, right? But like how barrel jeans are trending, how the tabby boots were trending, you know, big tote bags are trending now. So like those are things that I can fit within my aesthetic, my wardrobe, and I go ahead and like buy those things to make sure it can coincide with what I have, right? I'm not just gonna buy things that are trending just because they're trending, right? Like trending items are not all of that, but you may need a couple pieces if you don't want to stay on beat, want to stay on trend, like I always say, but you don't need them all. You need to get what works for you, and you need not to be influenced by things just because, you know, your favorite influencer, your favorite content creator got it on, but you know you can't do nothing with it. All right, so I'm about to take my press-ons off. Of course, y'all know I do not get my nails done anymore. But the next question is, how do I define my personal style? And I will tell you this, I think it's a lot of trial and error. I think it's a lot of knowing what you like and what you want to see yourself in, right? For me, like I keep telling you, I know I'm a streetwear girly, right? But even with streetwear, like I keep elevating my looks, my outfits, like just so that I don't look the same all the time, right? Just so that my streetwear, I don't know, like literally just because my outfits don't look the same all the time. Like I don't want my outfits to look the same all the time. Like I don't want to wear a graphic tee and jeans and sneakers, right? So I found a way to elevate that and change that and make that fit me, right? So in terms of finding your own style, I think it's asking yourself, what do you resonate with the most? What do you see yourself in, right? What do you gravitate towards, right? Are you gravitating towards, you know, lighter and flowier pieces? Are you gravitating towards like heavier and darker and rock type pieces, right? Do you feel yourself gravitating towards graphic tees and printed XYZs? Like there's so many things you can gravitate towards. You just have to figure out which one works for you. And it's okay to try out different styles and stuff. Like it's okay to try out like different pieces, different aesthetics to figure out which one works for you. But once you figure out what you like to see yourself in, I promise you, you're not gonna look bad. All right, let me take my jacket off because I don't got no shirt on under this. We put a sweater on and then we'll continue. All right, let me get comfy here. But the next question is, what basics should you invest in? And I'm gonna tell you right now, that depends on what your style is, what your go-to signature look is, right? So let's say as a streetwear girly, I want to wear graphic tees, right? I want to look like I am from the streets of New York, right? I am probably going to invest in graphic tees, at least black, white, and probably a fun color, right? I'm probably going to invest in a pair of jeans, a pair of cargos, and probably a pair of jeans that has some type of print on them. And then for feetwear, I would probably invest in sneakers. I would consider those streetwear basics. And then you branch out. You may want to do some hats. You may want to do like large duffel bags. You may want to do varsity jackets, just regular jackets, right? you may want to invest in some boots, some Timberlands after that. But I think for the basics of your aesthetic style, your outfit style is going to be different for every single category of outfit, right? Let's say if you're not sure what your style is yet and you just want to look put together, I would say start with maybe a t-shirt, a small little graphic on it, some blue jeans or black jeans or denim, whatever the case may be, a nice cute little boots, something, yeah, and then throw on a jacket that's a statement piece, a jacket that shows you put together and you hear you making a statement. That's how I would say start if you do not know which way you're gonna go with your like fashion and your style. But if you do know, then start with the basics of said style. All right, so I thought this was an interesting question that I came across, and it is, how do I accessorize without overdoing it? As you can see, I am not the right person to kind of ask this question to, but what I will say is, if you feel like your accessories do not match the outfit you are wearing, you are probably overdoing it, right? If you feel like you have a lot going on, if you truly in your heart feel like you have a lot going on, you probably have a lot going on. You probably need to take something out or off, right? So with me and my outfits, because of how I dress and I'm a maximalist, I'm always going to do too much. I'm always going to go over the top, but there is a line of just doing the most, okay? And you have to find that line, right? So for me, like as you saw, right, I had three different necklaces on, right? But each necklace had a layer, and each necklace you could see, right? So you were able to see, you know, my Cuban link on my neck. Then you were able to see this little funky necklace right here. Then you were able to see this other pendant right here, right? And all of that played into my outfit. As you guys saw, I had on the cute little printed like forest type pants. Girl, I don't know what to call that. But everything I had on matched that vibe. Everything that I had on went with that. And I think that's important when putting your accessories on, right? I am not going to put on a butterfly hat with a butterfly scarf and, you know, a butterfly necklace, 3 butterfly necklaces, 3 butterfly rings, but my outfit is screaming New York streetwear. That doesn't make any sense for the outfit I have in my head. Like, somebody can make it make sense, of course, but like, you just have to make sure that your accessories make sense to your outfit, right? And that the amount of jewelry that you wear makes sense to your outfit. All right, so the next question is, how do I stay true to my style by trying new trends? And honestly, so I talked about this a little earlier, and basically you're not going to buy something that does not make sense to your current style. You can, right? I'm not going to stop you from buying anything that you want to buy or don't want to buy, right? But what I'm saying is, again, buy something that makes sense to your current style, to your current wardrobe. You know what you have, right? So like, you need to buy something that makes sense towards that. Like, again, I am not going to buy some polka dot, lacy, 2-piece, you know, something that doesn't make sense to what I have. It doesn't make sense to what I own, right? Regardless of it's trending or not, I am not going to buy it because 1, I probably don't even like it, and 2, it's not my style, right? But if you do like it, let's say even if you do like it and it's not a part of your current style, buy it and make it a part of your current style, right? Make it a part of your current wardrobe. Make it, you know, so that it works for you and it fits what you got going on. 9 times out of 10, you may see something and you may tell yourself like, oh, I have a vision for that. Like, I can see myself in that as long as I have the right pieces. Okay, great, cool. Like, buy the thing and get the piece that you need if you don't have them already. Like, it's okay to also buy things and then buy the pieces that go with them. Like, you don't have to have everything set in place, because even when you buy one thing and buy something for one outfit, those things can get broken down and used for different outfits as well, right? Same thing as if you're gonna buy a two-piece set. Okay, I buy a two-piece set, I buy the tops, the bottoms. They're great together, but they're also great separately, right? You can do that when trying out new trends as well. So just buy if you wanna buy, and if you feel like you don't like it, don't feel pressure in buying it. This right here, not sponsored at all. But if you are looking for something to drink in place of juice and soda, this is it. I only like 100% the pink lemonade. So good. Like I said, not sponsored, but this is so magnifique. So freaking good. All right, so I'm just putting away my press-on nails back on the little card holder that they came in, so I can keep my nails, you know, good and ready for the next time I use them. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more questions. So the first one is, how can I organize my wardrobe more effectively? And I think effective, again, it's subjective, but it is for you, right? You have to figure out what works for you and for your closet, because you are the person that has to go into it. You're the person that has to find the things you need to find, right? So for my closet, how I'm going to organize it, because it's not organized right now, what I would do is I organize things by color, and then within the colors, I organize things by how long they are, right? So let's say if I have blue, green, black, right? And then within my blue, green, black, I have blue baby doll tees, blue graphic tees, and then blue sweaters, right? So I would go baby doll tees, graphic tees, sweaters, blue. Then baby doll tees, graphic tees, sweaters, green, and so on and so forth. And that's how I organize my closet when it comes to like my shirts, my sweaters, things like that. My jackets don't really have any organization because I can just kind of like see those. And then my denim is all in one spot in my closet, so I can see that as well. But my shirts need organization. They need to be by color so I can know what I'm looking for, and they need to be by size so I know where to find them within the color spectrum in my closet. Because right now my closet just has anything anywhere and I can't find what I'm looking for. And then sometimes when I do find what I'm looking for, I find something else because it's buried deep within something else that just like squishes it together, right? So that is how I organize my closets. But again, you have to do what works for you in your closet. All right, and the last question is, where can I find affordable pieces, right? Where can I find affordable anything? And I think even for affordability, subjective, but have to ask yourself, what you trying to buy? Is it important that you buy it right then and there, right? If you're trying to buy a Louis Vuitton something, dead. Don't even try to play like Louis Vuitton is affordable to the common person, because it is not. Sadly, it is not. It should be, but it's not, right? If you're trying to buy a shirt, let's say, right? And you know you only have a certain budget to play with, you need to try shopping when things are either on sale, or maybe you can buy in bulk and get a sale, right? Get a deal. Shop around for coupon codes, right? Those are also a thing, especially if you're a frequent buyer at a certain online shop or store or whatever the case may be, right? I'm an online shopper just because a lot of stores, especially in California, do not cater to plus size women. So like that just is what it is. Like no brick and mortar or whatever. But for me, I don't buy full price. For me, sometimes I DIY my stuff. So like if I see a cool hat that somebody made, but they're selling it for $600, I'm gonna DIY the hat because I know I can do that. And sure, it might not be the exact same, which is absolutely fine, but it's close enough and I can live with that, right? You can also shop dupes, right? So let's say, you know, the cool Loewe sunglasses that were going around last year, right? But everybody got the dupes on Amazon. Get the dupes on Amazon, like, so what? Like, in this day and age, brand names is not what it used to be anymore, right? It never gave, in this day and age, I'm looking down on somebody because they have a dupe of something, right? It doesn't give that in this day and age. But in this day and age, it may give you wearing something fake, trying to pass it off as real, right? And you're like, oh, that's the same thing as a dupe, da da da. But like, a dupe is knowing that it is a dupe of said item, knowing that it doesn't replicate that item 100%. Somebody just passing a bag off and replicating the bag off as it's real so you can say it's real is something totally different. But that's not the nature of this conversation. The nature of this conversation is how to basically be cost effective. You know, don't buy full price, buy on sale, DIY it if you can. Like, just little things like that will help you, especially if you're trying to build your wardrobe, trying to start over your wardrobe, if you're trying to incorporate new pieces, you know, things of that nature. Like, just know that you do not have to empty out your pockets every time you go to the store. Don't be, you know, feeling like if you don't have it, then it's gonna, you know, disappear and you never can get your hands on it. That's just not the case, right? If you really want something, you're going to find a way to get it, regardless if you get it right then and there or a little bit later, right? The only time I would say spend like full price on something is if something is like a one and done type thing and you probably will never see it again. Then you spend your full price. But other than that, no. Also, don't be afraid to like shop off brand too. Like, sometimes I shop on Amazon. Like, I just got these sunglasses off Amazon. I'm going to show you right now to go with an outfit. But like, they're just sunglasses, right? They're not that big of a deal. They're not name branded, not nothing. But the sunglasses are going to match the outfit that I need them for. And it just is what it is. Like, I don't care that, yeah, see this color? This nice little like tortoise green color? Yeah, it's going to match my outfit perfectly. But is it name brand? No. So like, also just shop in different little knick-knack stores too, because these right here were like $9, but when I put them on my outfit, like, they're gonna eat, you feel me? Like, they're gonna eat with the fit. So yeah, also shop little places. If you're not afraid to not wear name brand, like, then don't sweat it. Just make sure your outfit look good. All right, you guys, and that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed this get unready with me. I feel like I was all over the place, but I feel like I got some questions. If you want to do a part 2, let me know and I'll do part 2. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Follow me on all my social medias. It'll be on the graphic on the screen. Okay, subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you liked about this video. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.